Peace. Welcome back to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I'm Carmelo Anthony, here with my co-host.
So excited to be back on the couch, Monica McNutt. It's been a good hoop season. I'm excited to be here.
It sure has. My name is Kazim Famiwide. You can call me Kaz. And this is a Wave original presented by FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Monica is back. Melo's here.
The culture. Our guest today has been one of the most consistent voices in hip-hop for over a decade, never chased a moment, never chased a noise, and just stayed him. And what I respect the most, whatever the conversation was, he stood tall on it. From Fayetteville to the world, Dreamville, the Fall Off, and the Civic has finally made it to Red Hook. J. Cole, welcome to 7 p.m.
Welcome.
Thank y'all for having me, man.
Is the Civic outside? Did you bring it?
No, that shit's
raining. That shit raining. That shit
parked up. It's parked up where it was before. But thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely.
Man, I was saying it off camera, like when we were putting down wish lists for guests, man. You were at the very, very top of the list.
Thank you, bro.
I was bothering Eve for months. I'm like, yo, when he's ready to talk, he coming here, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Nah, for sure. I never forgot. I seen Melo. I think you hadn't even started it, but you was telling me you was about to start it. It was years ago.
I was trying to start it with you. I see.
Word up. I appreciate it. Word up. I seen him in like Soho House or something, and he was telling me about it. I told him I would come through, but I was just like, yo, let me just finish this album first. And it just took me mad long. You know what I mean? But it took about 3 years, maybe since that conversation. But I never forgot. You know what I mean? So thank y'all for having me and for being patient.
Of course, man. And we're glad you finished the album first, too, because it's phenomenal body work. Obviously, we're going to get into all of that, but let's start.
Thank you.
Like we do all the episodes with the Connect, man. We just talked about, y'all linking up at Soho House, but let's take it back even further than that, Cole. What do you remember about first meeting Melo from your point of view?
I don't know when I first met Melo. I ain't gonna lie.
That's a fact.
It was probably later than what I would think. Cause I feel like low key. First time it might have been in a little after party or something. Low key. It was? Yeah. Okay, in Denver. This was in Denver. Wow. Because in my mind, it's like, yo, Melo, at least back then, I'm sure you was probably outside kicking and hanging out, but you wouldn't be in the industry type of events. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't necessarily see Melo there. Not that I was heavy, but the times that I would go, you wouldn't really see Melo. He was more low key than that. But yeah, the memory just came back. We was in that little after party in Denver, some random spot to me. I don't know, it might have been a regular spot.
Very random.
It was random, right? I remember Melo was in there, and mind you, like I'm a Melo fan. You know what I mean? Off rip. You know what I mean? You legendary. But my man Eve, nah. Eve was like OG Melo fan. Like Melo is his number one. You know what I mean? Like people got that people they ride for and argue for. Eve was on that early.
Shout out to Eve, man. I mean? Shout out.
So us being in that party and you being there was a big deal. It was like, oh shit, yo, Melo over there. You know what I mean? Like,
those old Denver days, man.
Yes, man. Shout out to Denver. And so shout out to Eve. So that's what I remember. It was just in a random spot in Denver, you know what I mean? And we was like, oh shit, there go Melo, you know what I mean?
So then what was the actual first interaction?
It was probably just a dap up because we in the spot. So
I
it was like,
to be like, girls are way different.
Yeah, no, I think, it was just a dap up. Because it's a spot. It's music playing. He got his section over there.
Yeah.
We might not even had a section. We was just moving. We were still moving like college kids almost. But it's probably just a dap up. You tell me if you remember anything more.
No. That's how it happened. I mean, I was more like, fuck is he doing out here?
Right.
We in Denver. I'm like, you know what I mean? You don't see artists. You don't see people
right
in Denver. You see the same artists in Denver a lot of time, which is a lot of West Coast artists. Snoop, Ice-T,
right,
E40s, you know what I mean? Too Shorts and all that. You see all of them out there in Denver. So to see Cole there, I'm like, oh, okay, something is happening. We must be doing something on the court to make Cole want to take a stop in Denver. So that's how it was.
Do you remember why you were in Denver?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I think it was a show. We probably had a show, which at that time, it's not like my name I was on my way up, you know what I mean? But it wasn't like I was so popping that it would have been the talk of the town. It wasn't at the arena or nothing. So I probably had a show or some club appearance or something or not even, it wouldn't have been a club appearance, but probably a show. Or maybe a radio, some type of radio event or something, you know what I mean? And then how we were back then, it was like, yo, we was thirsty. We was we was fresh out of college, you know what I mean? Like we were just, I came up, I spent my childhood damn near partying. I grew up in a party house, first of all. Like Friday, Saturday nights in my crib was dominoes, spades, music. Hey, go get me a beer. Boom, boom, boom. Like it was that. Like and then I grew up going to the skating rink on the weekends myself. That was my party.
Mhm.
I had to go like see what was popping. College, high school, I'm still partying. Teen clubs is now a thing. College, I'm partying. So then once we got on and got a little activity, every city we go to, it could be Buffalo, New York.
You gotta see what the nightlife
it could
looking
be
like.
anywhere.
Buffalo.
We just trying to see like, yo, what is it like here? So that's probably why we was out.
Okay.
Finding something to do after the show.
What was your first impression of Cole? Maybe not just meeting him, but maybe the music. What was the first thing that
You
stood
gotta
out
think
to you?
we were close in age, so we was more like that's what we was. You was in college, coming out of college, like we was partying, like it was that party last night was it was that vibe back then. You know what I mean? Like Asher Roth type shit. Shout out Asher Roth. Like, you know what I mean? Shout out, but it was like that was like the vibe. You know what I mean? It was always parties. It was always that was the mid 2000s, and you know what I mean?
Good time.
So it was a very good time. And again, from my perspective, was to see people come through Denver at that time. I probably was naive, and I'm like, shit, man, we putting Denver on. Like people want to come do shows. I used to see Raekwon out there in Denver.
Right.
I used to see most of the Wool was out there in Denver. Kiss was out there in Denver. The Lots, as you know, Style. So everybody was coming to Denver. We was creating like a little culture. So to see him out there it was like, oh shit, okay, yo, we doing something. We about to turn up tomorrow. Like
you definitely did what you said though, because like coming to Denver, we thinking Mellow, we thinking Nuggets, we thinking like what you was doing. So it was like you did, like mind you, we didn't come there for that, but we doing a show. And when we coming into Denver, our reference point is what you done built with the Nuggets. You know what I mean? So that is our reference point. So that's why to see you in the spot, we was like, oh shit, they go Mellow. You know what I mean? But
there's only so many spots in Denver.
Shout out to Denver though. I want to say Denver.
That's a low-key
for
little
sure.
city out there, man.
It's a good city.
It's a really good city.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful city. And like they do have a strong hip hop like love, which is probably why them guys was coming out there so much. Or Raekwon, I'm sure they done had Kweli, a bunch of guys pulling up because they really do have a strong like love of hip hop in Denver. Something I wouldn't know being from Carolina until I actually get there and it's like, oh snap, like Denver's
and the radio was so big.
I miss
Denver.
radio. I do miss
the
radio.
way that we had the culture. Like we was doing radio shows on the radio, so we was doing sports and hip hop shows on the radio. So the artists was coming in, and that's how we was getting a lot of artists to come to the game, to the after parties and things like that, because we was tied into the radio as well. And then once we bought the wire there, it was like, you know, you bought the wire to Denver. Like, oh, you bugging crazy now, but that's that moment of our connection.
That's amazing.
Crazy.
Well, okay, so we got another connection that you guys share, making it to the cover of NBA 2K.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So for you, obviously well-documented, grew up a Hoopers, doing your thing. What did that moment represent?
Nah, that was crazy. Like, because I technically got no business being on the cover of 2K, but it was a cool moment for me because it's like, yo, they just recognized that they reached out and they recognized it's like, yo, I really got a love of hooping. You know what I mean? Like I really got a love, no matter how, you know, how good or bad I am. It's like, yo, I really love this. And on top of the love, what I represent is I represent the dream. Yeah. Like it's a dude right now, he in his mid 30s or early 30s, and he love to hoop. Like he working all week. He got kids, boom, 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 and he can't wait till he get a chance on Sunday to go to his run. Everybody got their runs, like that they put together with their homeboys. And it's like, yo, I'm really representing like he like that dude, and there's millions of him out there, never let go of his love of hooping, although he wasn't good enough to be a D1 or like a star in D1, or he wasn't necessarily good enough to go play pro. His love is like damn near that of a pro. You know what I mean? Where it's like, yo, he never let it go. So I represent that, and I also represent like the dream of like, yo, like I say it out loud. I'm in my late 20s, like, yo, I know I'm not good right now. Don't get it twisted. There was never a part of me that thought I was good enough to like be pro. Never. I got real, like, I got at least a much of a realistic look at myself to know, nigga, you're not a pro. But my thought was, yo, if I really go every day and train harder than anybody's training out there, what could I be? You know what I mean? So
that's fair.
So making that cover to me is just like a forever stamp of like, that's what I embody. You know what I mean?
You did it.
So let me ask you this though, because after Bam dropped 83, it's a whole lot of conversation about respecting blah blah blah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Did you ever think to not do the cover out of respect? No,
That's a good question.
Never.
no.
Because nobody in the world is thinking that I made that cover based
Yeah.
off of my athletic ability
Okay.
or my
Yeah.
accomplishments
Understood.
with basketball. Nobody's fooled. I'm
Yeah,
not on
yeah.
that cover in
Yeah.
a jersey.
Yeah.
I'm in a regular ass fit
Yeah.
with some dreamers on. You know what I mean?
Right.
NBA Street, right?
Yeah,
there.
exactly. like nobody. Those the prototype dreamers too. That's like our first version of some joints that we putting out. But my point is like, no, I know nobody's confused that I made that based
Got
off the merits of what I've done.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that what 2K was trying to accomplish was something cultural.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? With somebody that actually represents a love of the game. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And like, so nah, I never felt like I was disrespecting nobody. Because guess what? 2K, they make several covers now. You know what I
Right,
mean?
sure,
Like,
right.
they, like I took the
Yeah.
spot from whoever was.
Or was
I
it the
think Devin
Dreamer
Booker
edition
that
it was
year.
called?
It was the
or something
Dreamer
like that?
edition.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So nah, I never felt no way about that.
Okay.
Man. You know what's crazy though? Because it's like basketball's always been like the through line in a lot of your music, right?
Right.
Like even if you weren't
100%.
like rapping about it, like you see, the old come up and warm up covers,
Yeah.
a lot of the euphemisms in your bars, like basketball's always sort of like been in the center of it. So like being able to like chase that dream, especially as like, I don't want to call you an everyman rapper, but you kind of speak for, the regular dudes,
Word
you know
up.
what I mean?
Appreciate it.
Basketball is such a humanizing sport for folks that can't ever make it to the pros, right? Like, so
Mhm.
when it comes to you, man, like, why is it even all these years later, like basketball always sort of like centers you and like brings you back to, what makes your art so good?
Like, why do I love it so much? What about it? One, it's like the competition of it.
Mhm.
I just love the competition of it. One. But two, more than the competition against somebody else is really against yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a mastery or an ability, because I never mastered shit. You know what I mean? But I know what it's like to get better than I was yesterday, or a week ago, or a month ago, or a year ago. That's what I love about basketball. It's like, yo, I can measure my growth. You know what I mean? I can see it. I can watch how bad I was or how regular I was and how much better I've gotten in this one area. And I feel like I'd be needing that in my life. My music is the same way. My writing is the same way. My rap is the same passion where it's like, yo, I want to push myself. And basketball gives me like a measurable thing. That's why I could see one day, I don't play golf right now, but I could see one day me maybe being like, I might fuck with golf because there's a measurable starting point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm terrible right now. But if I put enough work in, that's what I like about basketball too. It's fair.
Yeah. It's a meritocracy.
It's fair. If you put the work in, you can get there. And if you don't put the work in, it's gonna show.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, so I love that about basketball too. It's like it's an even playing field. Of course, you're gonna get athletically gifted people, you know what I mean? But that's why I love Steph so much, because it's like compared to the average NBA player, 6'6", 6'7", freak of nature, boom, boom.
He don't fit the bill.
He more of a regular
Every
size
dude, yeah.
in the league. You know what I mean?
Right.
I stand next to Steph. I'm like, damn, this nigga my height. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't little.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he maxed out his ability. Okay, if I work harder than everybody else, I can max my abilities out, and then I got a fair shake and a fair shot. So I love that about basketball too. Although I never reached them heights, it's like I like the fact that maybe I could if I worked this hard.
I mean,
You know
I
what
can tell.
I love the maybe I could
Just
from
a
you.
chance. Like, not Steph literally, but my point
Yeah.
is like, yo, life is fair. We started on the same plane.
Right.
You know what I mean? Had I worked as hard as you in basketball, it would have given me a shot to achieve what you achieved. I didn't, therefore I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
can't. And my time done passed me.
That's logic.
You know what I mean?
That's logic stuff. Logically,
Yeah.
we all start on the same playing
Yes,
field.
bro.
Like we all here. It's just when you put the emotional part to it, then you like, oh shit, yo, I'm better than that nigga right there.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's when you separated the two,
Yeah.
Yes.
which allowed you to see the daily growth in your advancements, because now you see. First you said, I think I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
If I put the work in,
Mm-hmm.
I can do this.
Mhm.
Then you went to, I'm going to do this. Like you went
you
through
talking
it.
about me
I'm
actually
saying
going and
overall,
playing.
I'm just saying overall, the mindset of that, it just brings it back full circle because you actually went through with the plan, which makes all of this.
I appreciate it.
Right?
Thank you for saying that. But what I want to clear up is when I was talking about what I was just talking about, I wasn't even talking about I went and did anything. I'm damn near forgetting that I had two little stints where I actually went to play. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But because I actually don't feel like I went and did anything. I got a great experience. I had a lot of fun, you know what I mean? But I ain't go out and like, you know what I mean? There's nothing that I accomplished that was other than just doing it and going for it.
That's major.
You know what I mean? There you go.
That's major.
There's no part of me that's like,
getting on the court.
You're talking about the league experiences? You're talking about the league
That's what I
experiences.
thought he was talking about just now. Like I realized, oh shit, maybe he's talking about that. I wasn't talking about that before.
Well, we got...
It started there though.
Right.
It started at the very beginning of all of this when you said, yo, you know what? If I put the work in, I can do. We all at an even play.
By the way, it's just a switch of words that changes everything.
Okay.
What my attitude was never, if I put the work in, I could. No.
Okay.
My attitude was, if I put the work in, could I? Question mark.
Yeah.
No lie.
Yeah,
because
you
at the time I said that, I was already out of time. You know what I mean? I was already in my late 20s, early 30s. I ain't really start working out for that like pro journey I was going on until I was like, after I had kids, I'm like 33 damn near. I'm already way behind the clock.
Yeah.
But it was like, yo, how good would I be able to make it to if I really start putting the work in? You know what I mean? So never was it like, if I start working right now, I bet you I could. No. It was like, yo, if I start working right now, how good could I be? I don't give a fuck if that shit would have took me to being a star player in my Lifetime Fitness League. You know what I mean? Like, but
you was gonna find out.
I was gonna find out.
I was gonna find out.
And at the same time, I was juggling music, so I never actually got a chance to really.
That's where I was about to go with you because it's passionate, and I love it. Sitting here, like you are lighting up talking about ball, and that's like your side thing. Like that's not even the main thing.
Right.
How did you hold space for this? Because you started that statement saying something wild. You said, "I've never mastered